Hello there, and welcome back to Wyvern Flames Epic Gaming. So today I'm going to show you the Unholy Death Knight, and I'm going to start off by just talking about some of the abilities and the talents, and I know that some of those talents and abilities have already changed since the first phase of Alpha, since we're getting a little farther in. So there might be some changes if you've been keeping up with stuff on Wowhead or through some other YouTube channels. So basically for the Unholy Death Knight, the coolest sort of thing that I found is the way that the pets work now. So first you have this thing called Dark Transformation, which basically transforms your ghoul into a powerful undead monstrosity, and it's empowered. And then you also have this talent, which I'll get to in a minute, um, called Sludge Belcher, which basically allows you to raise dead now summons an abomination instead of a ghoul, and has improved abilities. So some of the other sort of abilities that I'll talk about that I sort of have on my bar that I think are important. For defense, you've got Icebound Fortitude and Anti-Magic Shell. You have Dark Arbiter, which is actually the replacement for Summon Gargoyle, which is a talent. You've got your Control Undead ability. Again, you've got Dark Transformation, Mind Freeze, excuse me, Chains of Ice. Wraith Walk I think is kind of interesting. It looks like it's sort of meant to like help get rid of roots and increase your movement speed. Um, and then you've got of Raise Dead and Raise Ally. And then down here I've got Festering Strike, Outbreak, Scourge Strike, Death Grip, Death Strike, Deafen Decay, Death Coil, Army of the Dead, and then Everman from himself. So, and you can see here, I guess I can talk about my abilities from my Abomination. I've got a Cleaver, or it's Cleaver, Smash, Hook, and then Protective Bite. So, some interesting abilities. And then also, so I'll go over the talents next. So I've got At Will Serve, Infected Claws, Castigator, Sludge Belcher, Lingering Apparition, Necrosis, and Dark Arbiter. So I believe it is... This one allows me to summon this Skeleton or Risen Stalker as well. So I've got two pets, which is kind of cool. So I'm gonna go and talk to this guy and start the quest for the artifact weapon. Select an artifact weapon. We're gonna go with the Unholy, which is Apocalypse. Accept. Start your search for the Apocalypse at Sanctum of the Dark Riders. So we're gonna go to Karazhan, which is right where next to Duskwood, and that's where we're gonna start. And here you can see the Lich King is talking to us. There'll be more of that as we go through this quest line. So we're gonna go to the portal, which is in this place, in the middle of Dalaran. And we're gonna just keep walking down. And there should be a portal to Karazhan. Alright, so we're next to Karazhan. We'll be back here shortly, but before that, we have to go find some people in Duskwood to help us track down the sword. And this is basically the same quest location as the Affliction Warlock and the Balance Druid, so don't be too surprised if you've already seen those quest lines. This is going to be pretty similar, except for the differences in the artifact weapon. I'm stuck in a tree. There we go. So there, for some reason, I do not have a second person. So Raised Dead seems to be having some issues.
Greetings. Have a good one. Hey there. See you around.
And then we begin to fight the Dark Riders.
I'm out of range.
And immediately we get some nice errors. So I apologize for that. So the DPS output on these guys is definitely increased since I last tested this class in the very beginning of the build for Alpha. So, I like that. I think that's good that they do more damage, and it should be really good for their DPS compared to the other classes. And they've still been playing with different talents and different abilities to try to make sure that everything is going to be able to work well when the game actually comes out. And I'm sure that since we're, not even in beta yet, we're still in alpha, that there's a lot more changes to come that could be very helpful.
I need to get closer.
Come back. Die, please. Good, sir. There we go. Dead. Come on, Mr. Priest. Into Dead Man's Pass. Dead Man's Crossing. Try to keep up. And we should be attacked again momentarily. So again, I do apologize that this nameplate bug keeps coming up. There's not too much I can do about it, unfortunately. I'm hoping it will eventually go away, but... So I guess while I'm here, I didn't really go over the new passives. We've got Sudden Doom, Runic Corruption, Deficit Advances, pretty normal. Mastery Dreadblade, and then yeah, that's just normal. Okay, so I took that from the talents. So each class in Legion's gonna have their own passive that helps sort of enhance what they do, and they're still tweaking those, but they seem to be doing decent at balancing out the damage or the armor or whatever for whatever role you are. So, oh, they actually gave him a character model. He's actually got a face now. Before he was just a cloaked figure.
Hey there. For the Alliance.
Learn location of the Dark Riders. Deadwind Pass. We're gonna go. Apparently, we're exploring Deadwood Pass. Alright, so I have to kill, or I have to find corpses that will talk to me. Essentially what I have to do here. So this guy obviously was not the right guy, because he didn't want to talk to me. Where are the corpses? There's a bunch of corpses over here. Let's try this one. And there's the error. I'm just gonna leave it until we're done with combat. Because unfortunately, yeah, it just keeps coming up. After this, I will try reloading the UI to see if that fixes the issue, but I feel like it's a new alpha build issue, so it probably will not be fixed that easily. Yeah, we found where we're supposed to go. Before that, we're gonna do a reload of the UI and hope that that works. Alright.
Greetings. Be careful.
Into the catacombs we go. So we're gonna go through here. And this is stage 1 of the scenario. So there's gonna be some skeletons here that are going to attack us.
I'm out of range.
Nope, apparently that's still there. Hopefully that will not prevent me from correctly fighting the final boss in this place.
I don't have a target.
Okay. So we're gonna continue to kill the army of skeletons, and then we're gonna have a few dark riders, and then we're gonna hopefully be done with the quest line in
I need a target.
very little time. It seems like it's easier to kill things than it once was, so it's not as difficult And this should go a lot faster. Here are the Dark Riders.
What can I do for you?
And the floating axes on the floor.
I don't have a target.
And he's now dead. Find a way to cross.
I need to get closer.
Just pull him, except we can't fight him right now. Gotta defeat that.
I need a target. I don't have a target.
Okay, that's dead. And now, here's Apocalypse. Except we can't get it yet. And here are some skeletons.
It's too far away.
And one other thing that I mentioned in my previous Death Knight videos is that now there's only one type of rune, which is Death Runes, so it's a lot easier to cast things. You don't have to worry about having the right runes up, because they're all the same type, which makes it a lot easier to play. For people who have been uncertain of whether they want to play Death Knight in the past because of the whole rune thing, Legion will be a really good time to switch to Death Knight if that's really what you want to play, since they're going to be a lot easier. So we should almost be to the final room where we can get the artifact weapon. We just gotta kill these guys.
I need a target.
Now, before we go in here, I'm actually gonna heal up. In the past, I've died in this fight several times over trying to complete it, so hopefully this time we are going to be able to just go right through this and not have any issues. So
I can't attack that target. I can't attack that.
I'm going to do that and that. And I'm going to summon that as well.
I need to get closer.
Oh no. And I believe I am going to die. Or not. That was me being really smart and trying to kill him. I'm out of combat. I should heal. So I hope that worked. Now I think Apocalypse is actually still in the other room. Yep. And we're gonna, it's not textured, but we're gonna pull it out of the ground anyways. And now it's textured. Funny how that works. And then it's not equipped, so I have to equip it. And this is Apocalypse.
You need something? Can I help you?
Complete.
See you later.
And we're gonna do this. Go to the Death Gate. To the Frozen Throne.
You have done well. Ascend to my throne and receive your charge. Where the weak showed mercy, you did not hesitate to strike. Where the unworthy were vanquished, you have conquered. I now mark you with my sigil. Let all recognize you as the enforcer of my will. As we speak, the Ebon Blade is en route to the Broken Isles to hunt for the Dread Lords. Go, ensure that not a single demon escapes my wrath. Crush all who stand in your way.
So he gave us a nice little buff that lasts for not half an hour, lasts for an hour. I'm not sure if you can get it again after that, or if it's just for an hour. So Arcaris, the Ebon Hold, is going to be your class alt. So there's this new bar up here that I've noticed on one of my other videos, and I think that basically these are going to be your class alt resources. I'm not sure if these are your followers or what, or how that's going to work. The garrison system is what they currently have in alpha for the follower system in Legion. However, we know that that is not going to be the case when the game actually comes out. So I'm assuming they're soon going to implement in the followers or the follower missions in some shape or form, since they've already put this interface in.
We are driven by a single purpose: retribution. We know much about sacrifice.
So, Darian Mograine becomes your first follower. And then we're going to go to the Forge and we're going to upgrade Apocalypse. So you can look under, sorry, followers. Oh, wow. That's a UI error. Apparently this system is not working yet because they screwed it up. Nice job, Blizzard. But then again, it's probably not implemented yet, so it does not matter too much. So use the Soul Forge to get the first ability, which is called Apocalypse. So it deals 3 stacks of festering wounds. And so Apocalypse can use fire or shadow artifact relics. Some of the other abilities are Double Doom, the Shambler, Rotten Touch, Flagellation, and then you've got some other abilities here that are going to just sort of increase your DPS output, your critical strike, and all of that. Decrease costs, or give special abilities to some of your other abilities and enhance them farther. So one thing I do want to try out really quickly is I want to see if we can rune forge the artifact weapon. Let's see. Let's do that. Engrave. You can rune forge your... Well, actually, I don't know yet. Yes, you can. You can rune forge your artifact weapon. Does that also mean you can enchant it? That is a question for another day, but I will try to find out. So now we're gonna go turn that in. Oh, that's awesome. You can rune forge it. Rune of the Fallen Crusader. Banshee. Alright, so this is your map of the world or the zone. So I'm gonna take Val'sharah as my first quest and turn that in. And now, this is the next quest it will give you, but I don't think it's implemented yet, but I'll accept it anyways. So it says complete the mission, the Dalaran situation. That's the command table, and I'm not sure that there is a different table. I think that the way the Fallout missions are going to work is you're still going to use the command table, but I could be wrong. But since it's not really implemented, um, I'm not going to be able to explain how it works yet. So anyways, I believe that is the end. What's this guy?
How are you?
Oh, squad of units to fight on missions for you. Interesting. Okay. Anyways, um, that is the end of the Unholy Death Knight class video for the artifact weapon. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I will see you next time.